I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Yes, so this is game number 111 of a 162 game regular season. This is my attempt to play a season from beginning to end. No skipped innings, no simulated games. All the players on the Avengers are actors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And of course I do play-by-play. Here's the lineup. Let's advance it. Jack Morris versus Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. These are your starting lineups. Thank you for watching. This is Avengers Baseball. Oh yeah. Let's do this. Live at Crosley Field, the designated home baseball park for the Hollywood Avengers. Get ready for some Major League Baseball as the Phillies visit those Avengers. On the mound for the Avengers, Black Widow herself, Scarlett Johansson, making start number 14. She's 6-2 with 3.35 earned run average. And leading off for the Phillies, Eric Davis, 325, 30 homers, 71 runs batted in. Comes the first pitch of the ball. Fouls off the fastball, strike one. Eric Davis played for the Cincinnati Reds in the 1990s.
First pitch, 7-10.
All-star, not a Hall of Famer, but definitely an all-star. And he yanks the slider, change up down the left field line. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Davis. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. Leadoff home run for Eric Davis, number 31, and just like that, the Phillies jump out to a 1-0 lead. Ugh. Here's the replay. Bang. Ugh. Next up for the Phillies, Ahmed Rosario, 284, 9 homers, 49 runs batted in. We have 2 months of the season left to go. This is the last day in July. Swing and a miss out in front. The Avengers are 30 games over 500, 70-40. It's good for second place in the National League West. It's a quick, early 1-0 lead for the Phillies after that solo homer by Eric Davis. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Rosario. Strike 3. Down and in. Swing and a miss. First strike out of the game for Scarlett Johansson. Is the replay.
The left fielder, number 9, Ted Williams.
Next up, the splendid splinter, Ted Williams, hitting 344, a league high 43 homers, and 100 RBIs on the season. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Ted Williams is the last Major League player to hit 400. Grounds it to third, fielded by Black Panther, throws to first in time, 2 away. Starting lineup for the Phillies, Eric Davis is in center, Ahmad Rosario is at short, Ted Williams is at first. Willie Stargell is first, pardon me. Chris Bryant is at third, Tommy Lestrella, the DH, Ben Zobrist at second, Michael Conforto in right, and batting ninth and playing catcher, Gary Sanchez. Willie Stargell, 286, 32 homers, 84 RBIs. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 1-0 lead for the Phillies. Fouls it back, strike 1. Chases the fastball. Out of the zone, count is 0-2. And he lines it foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Grounds it up the third base line. Check that first base line. Foul ball. We'll do it again. And he pops it up out of the crouch as Chris Evans in front of the Phillies dugout makes the catch to retire the side. But thanks to the solo homer from leadoff man Eric Davis after half an inning of baseball here at Crosley, it's the Phillies 1, the Avengers nothing. Avengers coming to that. On the mound for the Phillies, Jack Morris, 10-5, 3.69 earned run average. Jack Morris is a borderline Hall of Famer. Leading off, Anthony Mackie cut the check. He's hitting .313. He has 14 homers and 55 RBIs.
Number 9.
Fastball in there, strike one. Phillies are 2 games over 500, but that's good enough for first place in the NL East this season. It's Ben Zobrist at second base, and I have no idea in the outfield. And he just gets a piece of that inside fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to the man who plays the new Captain America. Strike 3 called. He's out. Doesn't like the call. First strikeout of the game for Jack Morris. Here's the replay.
The second baseman.
I thought it was low, but too close to take. Next up, Tom Holland. 364, 14 homers, 64 RBIs. Out in front of the breaking ball, swinging to miss, strike one. Breaking ball outside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. And that is a bloop to left field. In there for a single, 1-out single for the Avengers. Spider-Man reaches first. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. hitting .290 on the season. He plays Tony Stark in the MCU. Quick throw to first. He's back. Again, throw to first. The man who plays Iron Man in the MCU. Big lead at first. And he skies it to deep right field. At the warning track, he makes the catch for out number 2. Almost a 2-run home run, but not quite far enough. Starting lineup for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie is at short, Tom Holland's at second, Robert Downey Jr. is at first. DH is Mark Ruffalo. Behind the plate, Chris Evans. At third, Chadwick Boseman. In right, Dave Bautista. In left, Sebastian Stan. And batting ninth and playing center field is Don Cheadle. Mark Ruffalo, 338, 23 homers, 91 runs batted in. Steps up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And that's a line drive headed to the center fielder. It is in there. So it's a 2-out single for the Hulk. And there are 2 on here for the Avengers. Here's the replay. Line drive to center field. Next up is the first Avenger, Chris Evans. The man who plays Sam Wilson in the MCU. Switch hitter batting from the left side, hitting .324, 11 homers, 50 RBIs. And he grounds it to first. Stargell fields it himself, steps on the bag to retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. At the end of 1 inning of play, it's 1-0 Philadelphia. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the top of the second inning. Up steps Chris Bryant hitting .289, 18 homers, 54 RBIs. Black Widow sets and delivers. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Ground ball past the diving third baseman and into left field. It is a leadoff single for the Phillies here in the second. Next up, the DH Tommy Lestrella, 287. He has 15 homers, 56 RBIs. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Fouls back the two-seam fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Estrella. Late on the fastball, slicing out of play. Count will remain 0-2. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Pops it up. Racing over is Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. There's one away. Defensive alignment for the Avengers in the outfield. From left to right, we have Sebastian Stan, Don Cheadle, Dave Bautsita. In the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., with Chris Evans behind home plate. The Avengers lead the National League in fielding percentage. Next up, Ben Zobrist, the second baseman, 297, 17 homers, 66 runs batted in. And it is a fly ball to center, routine play for Don Cheadle, and there are 2 away. It's 1-0 here in the top of the second. This is the second game of a 4-game set between these 2 ball clubs. The Avengers won yesterday. Michael Conforto, the right fielder, is hitting .231. He has 17 homers and 46 runs batted in. Steps in with 2 away. And he pulls the fastball foul for strike 1. Ground ball through the box, up the middle. It's a 2-out single for Conforto. Here's the replay.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
So the number 9 hitter, Gary Sanchez, catcher, hitting .251, 8 homers, 22 RBIs, steps up to the plate. 2 on, 2 out. Already a 1-0 lead. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gone. That is a 3-run home run from Gary Sanchez, his 9th of the season. A 2-out, 3-run homer to give the Phillies a 4-0 advantage. Ooh. Not a good start for Scarlet. Here's the replay. Oof. Ouch. Ouch. So the leadoff man steps in for his second at bat. He had a solo homer in the first. So it's 4-0 Phillies here in the second. Pops it up. Racing over is Chadwick Boseman. In foul territory down that third base line. Makes the catch to retire the side, but not before the damage is done. 3 runs across the plate thanks to this. A 3-run homer from Gary Sanchez. It's a 1.5. It's 4-0 Phillies. Bottom of the second, up steps the late, great Chadwick Boseman, who's been cold lately. Overall, he's hitting .333, has 14 homers and 54 runs batted in. Jack Morris on the mound. And he smokes it. That ball is off the top of the wall. He'll be standing on second base. Big turn at second, but he will hold. So Chadwick just misses a solo shot. That's his 22nd double of the season. Here's the replay. Almost hits it out of here. It's, I think, that yellow right at the top of the fence. Next up, Dave Bautsita. 321, 12 homers, 58 RBIs. And he just gets a piece of that changeup. Fouls it back, strike 1. Dave plays Dax the Destroyer. Drax the Destroyer. Down and in, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner leads off second. 4-0 Philadelphia. We're going to have to scratch and claw our way back. Low 2-1. And that's a deep drive. And that is off the wall, bounces. He's going to make the turn at third and head home. It's going to be an RBI double for Drax the Destroyer, and the MCU now trails 4-1. That's Dave Bautista's 28th double of the season. Here's the replay. deep. Back goes the splinter. Ted jumps at the wall, cannot make the catch. Next up is Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, 277 homers, 27 RBIs. Runner at second. Fastball outside, ball one. Bautsita leads off second. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. That's a deep drive to center. He's going to tag. Throw to third is not in time, so it's a productive out for the MCU. So runner at third base and less than 2 outs for Don Cheadle, the center fielder, who in July has been hitting only 197. Overall, 285, 10 homers, 53 runs batted in. Steps in from the left-hand side against the righty Jack Morris. Here comes the pitch. And he gets out in front of the forkball, swings and drives it down the right field line. Strike one. Ground ball up the middle. From his knees, he throws in time, 2 away, but it'll be an RBI ground out for Don Cheadle. Awesome play for the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Let's watch the replay. From his, gives up the body, and then throws him out from the knees. But it'll be 4-2 Phillies now. So lineup turns over. Up steps Anthony Mackie, who struck out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Fastball outside, ball one. And he lines it the other way, but right there is Williams to make the catch and retire the side. So 2 runs cross the plate for the Avengers here in the bottom of the second. After 2 innings of play, it's the Phillies 4, the Avengers 2. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Ahmed Rosario, who struck out in the first. 0 for 1. Leads off. At the knees, strike one. Chases a slider, swing and a miss. Strike two. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count will remain. No balls and 2 strikes. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Line drive, out of play. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. If you're not into baseball, please be patient. This is a Saturday night. I will return. Backhanded by Tom Holland, throws the first, 1 away. I will return with some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Standings in the National League West. As you can see, the Los Angeles Dodgers have already won today. So in order to keep pace and remain in a first place tie, the Avengers need to win. Otherwise, they'll be in second place. Ted Williams grounded out in the first. He's up there with 1 away. Bases empty, 1 out. Top of the third. 4-2 lead for the Phillies. Fouls it off. Strike one. Grounds it foul. Strike two. Line drive the other way. It's a base hit for Ted Williams. One of the greatest hitters to ever play the game. Is a 1-out single. And Ted is 1 for 2. Next up, Willie Stargell popped out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Fouls it off. Strike one. Pulls it foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Willie Stargell. Just gets a piece to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Willie Stargell, I think, played for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. And he fouls it back. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there's 2 away. Second strikeout of the game for Scarlett Johansson.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Don't forget to hydrate.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Next up, Chris Bryant hit a single, scored a run. This is his second plate appearance. Ground ball past the diving attempt by Black Panther. It's a 2-out single for Bryant. It's 2 on and 2 away here in the top of the third. They already have a 4-2 lead, looking for insurance. Next up, the DH Tommy Lestrella, 0 for 1. And he fouls it back, strike one. It's a big moment in the game. You can't let the lead get any further than this. That ball is high. It is far. And that ball is gone. It's another 3-run home run for the Phillies. Number 16 on the season for Tommy Lestrella. And this has turned into a nightmare for Black Widow, as the Phillies now lead 7-2 here in the third. Here's the replay. Ugh, what a game. Next up, Ben Zobrist, 0 for 1. High fastball called to strike by the home plate umpire. Grounded to short, fielded by Mackey, throws to first. Scooped out of the dirt by Tony Stark to retire the side, but a 3-run home run after 2.5. The Phillies lead by, what, 5? Phillies 7, Avengers 2. So before we go any further, manager's office bullpen.
For the Avengers, the second baseman,
Oh boy. So leading off the bottom of the third is Tom Holland, who has a hit already. And he fouls it off strike one. So it's 7-2 in the third. Not a really good start to the ball game, but we can claw our way back, hopefully. Fastball low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Swing and a miss, the inside fastball count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7-2 lead for the Phillies. Fouls is back, count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jams him, popped it up. Willie Stargell makes the catch 1 away.
now batting, number 12.
Standings in the National League East, as you can see, the Phillies, that's a terrible division. The Phillies 2 games over 500, and yet they still have a 2.5 game lead over the entire division. Next up is Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. It was a deep fly ball. Looked high, called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. And he wraps it, but the line drive finds its way all the way to the right fielder, makes the catch for 2 away.
Now batting,
Michael Conforto makes the catch. Next up is the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Singled in the first. His average is up to 340. Let's go, Outlander, he says. That ball is deep. It is high. Will it make it? It is. Oh, he makes the catch at the fence to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Morris. And after 3 innings of, check that, 3 innings of baseball, it's a 5-run lead for the Philadelphia Phillies. They lead 7-2. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Outlander. Thank you so much for joining. Do I want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. It's a terrible start for Scarlett Johansson, so Samuel L. Jackson will take over on the mound here in the top of the 4th. He plays Nick Fury in the MCU. Michael Conforto leads off. Ground ball, backhanded by Tony Stark. Steps on the bag, 1 pitch, 1 away. So we got to scratch and claw our way back. As you can see, the line, nightmare line, 3 innings, 7 hits, 7 earned runs. She gave up 2 3-run homers in this game. And she needs to be rescued, unfortunately. So next up, hitting one of those 3-run home runs was Gary Sanchez. His first at-bat. Steps up to the plate for at-bat number 2. Screwball in there, strike 1. Got a scratch and claw on my way back. Well, some of you may be watching this and think to yourself, breaking ball inside, count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Why don't you just simulate the game, skip it, go to the next one? Chances are you're going to lose this one. Oh, no. No. Just got a piece of the knuckler, count as 1 and 2 on Sanchez. The point of this is to play every game of the season. No skipped innings, no simulated games, and they're all on YouTube in their entirety. Swing and a miss, struck him out with the cut fastball. There's 2 away. And that is what I aim to do. Here's the replay. Don't forget to hydrate when you're being murdered. So 2 down, bases empty for the Phillies. Up steps Eric Davis, who had a solo homer in his first at-bat. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss out in front of the breaking ball, strike 1. We will avenge this game. Cut fastball inside, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. This game will be avenged. Misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Out in front, swing and a miss. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases empty. 7-2 lead for Philly. And that's a line drive. It's in there. Oh, he falls down. He's got a lot of speed, but he doesn't take the chance. No, he's going. Now he's going. He baited him. Oh, and he's safe. What a mess of a fielding play by Dave Bautista. They're giving him a double on that. It should be a hit and an error. Let's watch the replay. So he misjudges it, falls down. Eric stops, then decides, you know what, I'm going to go. And then he gets the ball caught in his hand. Throws a dart, but now with 2 outs is a runner in scoring position. The Avengers are just off their game today. Ahmed Rosario is up. Grounds it foul, strike 1. Ahmed is 0 for 2. Fouls back the 2-seam fastball, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he fouls back the fastball, count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Skies it to right. Settling under it is Bautista, and he retires the side. So 3.5 innings of baseball played here at Crosley. It's the Phillies 7, the Avengers 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps Chris Evans, the original Captain America. He grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. No, Morris sets and delivers. Fastball outside, ball 1. So they're down by 5. They need base runners. So let's see what happens. Skies it to shallow center. There is Davis. And that's the first out. Next up, Chadwick Boseman. He doubled in his first at-bat, scored a run. Chadwick, we lost him to colon cancer in 2020. May he rest in peace. Swings at the first pitch and skies it in the infield. Zobrist makes the catch, 2 away. 2 quick outs for Jack Morris. Next up, Dave Bautista. He has an RBI double today. He's up now with bases empty and 2 down here in the 4th. Fastball high, ball 1. Did he go too far?
Did he go?
No, he did not, according to the first base umpire. He says he checked his swing. So the count is 2 balls and no strikes to Bautista. And that is a fly ball to left center field, playable for Ted Williams, and he retires the side. So it's a quick inning for Jack. 4 innings of baseball have been played. It's a 7-2 lead for the Phillies. So we go to top of the 5th. Ted Williams is 1 for 2 with a single. He's 2 for 6 in the series so far. Left-handed hitter facing the lefty. Checks his swing, but the breaking ball's in there for strike 1. And that's a deep drive. And nobody's going to get that one. That's his second homer. No, check that. He's 2 for 3 now with a solo homer. His 44th to lead the National League. And it is 8-2 Phillies. Oh my goodness. This is a slaughterhouse. Slaughter. Here's the replay. Ooh. Ah, 8-2 Philly. Up next is Willie Stargell, who's 0 for 2. Fouls off the screwball, strike 1. Slices it down the line, out of play. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. He chases a fastball, fouls it down the left field line. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. And he hits that one deep. That's back-to-back and belly-to-belly. It's a home run for Willie Stargell, his 33rd of the season. And it is now a 9-2 ball game here in the 5th. Ooh. Ooh. Here's the replay. Oh. He said, send it home on a flight. Next up, Chris Bryant, pardon me. I'm shell-shocked. Chris is 2 for 2, 2 singles. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Shell-shocked. Fastball down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is looking like the first Hulk movie, says the Outlander. You are right, sir. This looks like a disaster. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's happening. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryant. Still nobody out here in the 5th. I think I should be warming somebody up. But at some point, you don't want to ruin the bullpen for the rest of the week. And he swings and pulls the cut fastball down the left field line. Sometimes you just want them to just soak up some innings so that you don't blow out the bullpen for tomorrow's game. Swing and a miss out in front of the breaking ball. And that is the first out of the 5th. Next up, Tommy Lestrella had a 3-run home run in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 2. Nope. Screwball low, ball 1. So it's 9-2 Philadelphia here in the 5th. That's in there for a strike. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike to Lestrella. Deep fly ball, curling out of play for strike 2. So it's a 4-game set at home for the Avengers. They won yesterday, so if they lose today, the series will be tied one game apiece. And he pops it up in the infield. Tony Stark takes charge, makes the catch, and there are 2 away. Next up, Ben Zobrist, switch hitter, turns around and bats from the right side against the lefty Nick Fury. He is 0 for 2. On the outside corner, strike. Swing and a miss at the 2-seam fastball. 2 quick strikes on Zobrist. And he skies it to center. There is War Machine. Don Cheadle retires the side. But two home runs back to back add to the onslaught. After 4.5 innings of play, it's Philadelphia 9, the Hollywood Avengers 2. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps the Winter Soldier Sebastian Stan, who's 0 for 1. He flew out in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch from breaking ball low, ball 1. So it's a 7-run lead. They certainly need to do something to get back into this game. Skies it to right field. Looks like it's going to be playable in foul territory. Conforto makes the catch, and there's one away. Next up, center fielder Don Cheadle, who had an RBI ground out in his first at-bat. One out, bottom of the fifth. Swing and a miss to the fastball. Chased the high fastball, strike one. Looked like a strike, called a ball. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. And he chases a high fastball, pops it up. Chris Bryant makes the catch in foul territory, and there are 2 quick outs here on the bottom of the fifth. Not showing a lot of patience at the plate. So with 2 down, up steps Anthony Mackie, who was 0 for 2. Checks his swing, pitch is low, 1 ball and no strikes. High fastball, blew it past him. Swing and a miss. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup, 1-2. Morris is in command. Did he check it? Yes, he did, according to the third base umpire. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the fifth. And that's a drive. It's got a chance. No, not far enough. Hit it hard, but hit it at Michael Conforto in right to retire the side. So it's an official ball game, ladies and gentlemen. After 5 innings of play, the Phillies lead 9-2. Oh, I am sorry. I apologize for this mockery of a baseball game. So we go to the top of the 6th. It's Michael Conforto. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Sam Jackson's still out there looking to soak up innings. Screwball in there, strike 1. Conforto, I think, hit a solo homer in this game. He might have hit a 3-run homer. Don't remember. I know he has a home run. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls it off. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Misses with the knuckleball inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls off the low fastball. Count remains 2-2. And he pops it up. Short right fields. Chadwick makes the catch, and that's the first out here in the top of the 6th. Next up, Gary Sanchez, 3-run homer in the 2nd. He is 1 for 2. Strike at the knees.
0-1.
Pulls the 2-seamer down the left field line. Out of play. Count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And again, he's out in front of it. Pulls a foul. This time he's late on the fastball. Still fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. Just misses with the knuckler, 1-2. That's a deep drive. He's got a chance for his 2nd homer of the game. It is gone. That is 2 homers today for Gary Sanchez. That's number 9 and number 10. And this ball game is now double digits for the Phillies. They lead 10-2. Oh my goodness. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? Took a couple of days off and forgotten how to play. Eric Davis is up, 2 for 3. Out in front of the breaking ball, swinging a miss, strike 1. It's 1 out here in the top of the 6th. 10-2 lead for the Phillies. Slider down and in. Philly does indeed have the Infinity Stones. They must have the Power Stone and the Mind Stone at the very least. They definitely have the Reality Stone. 2 balls, 1 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pardon me, singular. What is happening? Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Ahmed Rosario. 1 out. Here comes the cut fastball right down the middle. And he fouls it off down the right field line. Count evens full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called inside corner. Eric Davis nods. Yeah, he says, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to complain. The score is 10-2. We're winning. I'm not going to complain. So next up is Ahmed Rosario, who's 0 for 3, and I'm sure he'd like to join the hit parade. 2 outs here in the 6th. And he does. Hits a line drive over the head of the third baseman. That's a 2-out single for Rosario. And we need to, I'm sorry, we need to get somebody up in the bullpen. This is getting ridiculous. Getting ridiculous. All right, manager, bullpen. We'll just, we'll do Ed Norton. We'll blow him out. All I need is 8 more runs. Easy. You're absolutely right, Outlander. That looked like a strike, but was called a ball to Ted Williams. Ted's 2 for 3 as a single and a solo homer. 2 homers in this series already. Grounded to third. Fielded by Mackey. Strong throw to retire the side. So after 5.5, they get another run off the bat of the Gary Sanchez. Actually, another 2 runs. And at 5.5, it is the Phillies 10, the Avengers 2. I feel like I'm being strangled by the controller. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Tom Holland. They just need to be patient. Take pitches. Be patient. Fastball outside, ball 1. Okay, I need to be patient. Get some walks. Get some hits. Pitches low, 2 balls and no strikes. Jack Morris needs to throw strikes. He's not doing it. And it's a foul ball. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Tony Stark. Did he check it?
What do you got?
Yes, he did. So that's ball 4. Now you have an 8-run lead in the 6th. You really don't want to. You don't want to walk the leadoff man. That's not a good strategy. Did he swing? I think he checked his wrists. I don't think he swung. So next up is Tony Stark. Tony is 0 for 2. We got to inch our way back into this. Couple of runs in this inning. Couple of runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's a line drive. Will it dunk in there? Yes, it will. It's off of his glove. And they're going to go to 2nd and 3rd to throw it is in time. No. So that's a double off the bat of Tony Stark. I am Iron Man. We love you 3000. We have to mention that Eric Davis in center almost made a gorgeous play. Diving attempt off the heel of the glove. But now we've got 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out for the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Got to be patient. Be patient. In there, strike 1. Mark's 1 for 2 with a single. He leads the team in RBIs with 91. He's got 2 ducks on the pond. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mark Ruffalo plays Bruce Banner in the MCU. And he hits a deep fly ball. And it is caught at the warning track. Both runners tag. So it'll be a sacrifice fly and an RBI, and the Phillies now lead 10-3. Next up, Chris Evans, 0 for 2. That's also RBI number 92 on the season for Mark Ruffalo. Runners 1st and 3rd, 1 out. And he pulls the fastball down the right field line, out of play for strike 1. 3-run home run would be nice right here. Let's see what happens. Fastball is low. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Can he do this all day? I think he can do this all day. Let's see what happens. Come on. Oh, that hit him. That hit him. He checked his swing, so the bases will be loaded with 1 out.
Now batting.
That's what you want to see.
Number 20.
We need to get hydrated for this moment. Let's get hydrated. Oh, hit him right in the zag nuts. Hit him right in the family jewels. Next up is Black Panther. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Black Panther has the bases loaded. Has he hit a grand slam home run? He has not. Does he deserve it? Yes, he does. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count as 1 ball and no strikes to Chadwick Boseman. T'Challa. Bases loaded. Hard ground ball, backhanded. Throws to second. Safe at first. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think that's a double play. No. It's a fielder's choice. He did not catch it. Let's watch this. It's not. I think he caught it. Ground ball. Thought about throwing home. Did not. Let the runner score. Throws to second for 1. Back to first. He does not complete the double play. So it's a fielder's choice RBI ground out for Chadwick Boseman. And the score is now 10-4. Next up is Drax the Destroyer. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double today. Runner at first, 2 outs. It's a 6-run lead now. 10-4, Philly. And he yanks it high and deep, but foul. Strike 1. Check to swing, pitch is low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Boseman leads off first. Here comes the pitch from Morris. And he yanks it foul into the seats. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Jack is 1 strike from getting out of this mess of an inning. Inside, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. Here comes the pitch. Misses low. Looked like it could have been a strike. Count is full. The runner will be off at first. Here comes the pitch. And he's a little late on the fastball. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. So, the payoff pitch. 3-2. 2 outs. Here it comes. Walks him. Ball 4. So, with 2 outs, it's a walk. Runners will be at first and second. And up steps Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, who's 0 for 2 today. Stan has 7 homers on the season. Good time for number 8. Fastball is low, ball 1. 2 runs across the plate, 2 outs, 10-4 lead for Philly. And he grounds it foul. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a line drive to center field, and it will be caught. Nice diving catch to save 2 runs. Eric Davis makes the diving catch. They do score 2 times. So, the end of 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 10, MCU 4. This is Avengers Baseball. Damn you, Eric Davis. Damn you. So we go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Willie Stargell, who had a solo homer in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3. Looked like a strike, called a ball. Count is 1-0. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 6-run game. Doesn't look good for the Avengers. Swing in, fouls it back, 1-2. They had the bases loaded, but unfortunately all they got was an RBI ground out of the situation. That ball is deep. Will it stay fair? It is a foul ball. Outlander is still with us. Thank you, Mr. Outlander. He says, go MCU. I'm trying. The MCU is trying. Fouls it back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Willie Stargell. Inside, off the plate, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Misses outside, full count, 3-2. I got a feeling this might be the last batter for Nick Fury, regardless of what happens. Swings and fouls it off, count will remain full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Grounder to first. Fielded cleanly by Tony. Robert Downey Jr. steps on first and there's 1 away. Next up is Chris Bryant. He is 2 for 3. Manager will go to the bullpen. And he will bring in Ed Norton. Ed Norton is a right-handed pitcher. He's the first man in the MCU to play the Incredible Hulk. He's 1-2 with a 4.41 earned run average. Throws hard, not much else. Swing and a miss, 99-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. Deep drive, back goes Cheadle. Track, wall, looking up, makes the catch with his hand on the wall. 2 away. This is a nice play, actually, by War Machine in center. Next up, Lestrella. He had a 3-run homer in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 3. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss at the slider, strike 1. Pulls that breaking ball deep down the right field line. But there are now 2 quick strikes on Lestrella. Fouls the fastball back. Just gets a piece of the sinking fastball to stay alive. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Lestrella. Again, he's battling, fouling off tough pitches. Pops him up. On the edge of the outfield grass is Black Panther, makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Avengers. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. I'm worn out. Philly has a 6-run lead. It's 10-4. Ooh. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Up steps Don Cheadle. We need at least a run or 2 in this inning, but we need to also be patient. Patience.
Number 10.
I say patient, I swing at the first pitch. Go figure. Fouls it off, strike 1. Swing and fouls it off. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on War Machine. Can't help myself. Again, pops it upstairs behind home plate. Count will remain 0-2. Backs him off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Show some patience, Mr. Cheadle. Show some patience. Low. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he works the count from 0-2 to 3-2. Full count here in the bottom of the 7th. Fouls it back, and the count will remain full. Bang! Foul ball. Pitch number 9 of this at-bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So he walks the leadoff man. How you like that, Mapples? Walks the leadoff man. It's a 6-run ball game. He has some breathing room, obviously. So next up is Anthony Mackie, who is 0 for 3 today. Morris is still out there. I don't know why he's still out there, to be honest. And that's a deep drive, but playable on the warning track for Michael Conforto. Makes the catch 1 away. Just missed a 2-run homer. So, no advance on the bases. Next up, Tom Holland, 1 for 2 with a single today. 2 for 5 in the series. Down and in, ball 1. Cheadle leads off first. 6-run ball game, 10-4, Philly. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, if I was the manager of the Phillies, I would have taken Morris out. There's no reason to make the old man struggle. He's got to lead. It's the 7th inning. That's a line drive. Base hit to left. So with 1 out, there are 2 on for the Avengers. That's the 2nd hit of the ball game for Tom Holland. So next up, Robert Downey Jr. He has a double in 3 at-bats. And that ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. It is a 3-run home run for Robert Downey Jr. We love you, 3000 Iron Man. Number 16 on the season. And just like that, it is a 10-7 ball game. And they just gave the crowd something to be excited about. After going down 10-2, it is now a 10-7 ball game. Up next is Mark Ruffalo, who's 1 for 2. Here's the replay. Bang. Right down that right field line. He is Iron Man. So, like I predicted, the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies makes the call to the bullpen, takes the ball away from Morris. Morris is, listen, he's leading 10-7. He still qualifies for the win if they hold the lead. In relief for the Phillies, Paul Sewald, 4-3 with a 6.62 earned run average. Then again, maybe that's why they were staying with Jack Morris. When your relievers have an ERA in the 6, maybe you trust the starter more than you do the bullpen. So up next is Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk. Bullpen is still active. And that's a line drive to center, but playable for Eric Davis. And there are 2 away. Hit it on the nose, but right at the outfielder. So 2 down. Up steps Chris Evans, who was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning. But officially, he is 0 for 2 today. Hitting from the right side. Check that. From the left side. Pops him up. In foul territory, Chris Bryant retires the side. So they do score 3 times on the 3-run homer by Robert Downey Jr. After 7 innings of play here at Crosley, it's the Phillies 10, the Avengers 7. So we go to the top of the 8th. Up steps Ben Zobrist, who's 0 for 3. Switch hitter batting from the left side against Ed Norton. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Ground ball, foul. Count is 0-2. Oh, hits it high and deep, but it curls out of play. Count will remain 0-2. Not going to lie, but since I showed up to the stream, you've been winning. Well, you know what? You always have a positive you always have a positive influence on my stream. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. There's 1 away. You are the good luck charm, Mr. Outlander. You always have been. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? No, it wasn't. I think he went out of the zone and chased the breaking ball down and in. So next up, La Estrella. Oh no, I'm sorry, check that. It's Michael Conforto, 1 for 3 with a single. That's a line drive, racing in. Nice catch, shoestring catch by the center fielder. And there are 2 away. Hit it right on the nose. But charging in center field is War Machine Don Cheadle, James Rhodes. And he was like, you know what, I'm going to make this catch. So let's see, tonight we're hoping to stream. I have a Halloween party to go. So if you do stream tonight, I will be Jack Sparrow. No problem. After this game, I'm also going to stream again. I'm going to stream... After this game, I'm going to stream a little bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But I do hope to poke my head in when I'm done to see what it is that you're doing for Halloween. So, up next with 2 down here in the 8th is Gary Sanchez. Gary is 2 for 3, but those two hits are both home runs. Gary has been dangerous. He fouls it off. The count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. I'm sorry if we stream tonight. I'm going to dress up, or you can dress up as Jack Sparrow. Well, listen, I'm definitely going to poke my head in at some point. I must witness the debauchery. I must witness the Jack Sparrow. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Clean inning for Edward Norton. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 3-run ball game. MCU trails 10-7. Oh, can they do it? Up next for the Avengers, Chadwick Boseman. He's an RBI double today. He's 1 for 3. We need base runners.
Number 20.
Ground ball to the shortstop, fielded by Rosario, throws to first in time. Getting my son ready now. He's a Knight. Listen, I would be honored if he would be a Bronx Knight. He is an honorary Bronx Knight as far as I'm concerned. Next time I make a Bronx Knight season, we're putting your son in the starting lineup. That is a promise. Tommy Canely comes in relief. He's 2 and 4. He has a 4.31 earned run average. Stepping up to the plate with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th is Dave Bautista, who was an RBI double today. 10-7 lead for Philly. Trying to nurse that lead. Pitch is high, ball 1. At one point it was 10-2. Now it is 10-7. So they're trying to get closer. Not much more time to do it. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Drax, the Destroyer. Inside, 2-1. Fouls off the fastball. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goes, oh, he checks his swing, bounces behind the plate, throw to first is not in time, so it's a strikeout, and it reached first on the wild pitch. You don't see that every day. So, runner at first is safe on the strikeout. Up next is Sebastian Stan, who's 0 for 3 today. Do we pinch hit for him? No, we're going to leave him in. Got to show faith in your players. Fastball low and outside, ball 1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. 10-7 lead for Philly.
Nope,
2 balls, no strikes. On deck is Don Cheadle. That's a line drive to center, but playable. Davis makes the catch, and there are 2 away. Next up, Don Cheadle. He's walked. He had an RBI ground out. Officially, he is 0 for 2. Runner leads off first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And he again skies it to center. There is Davis. Makes the catch to retire the side. So we're going to go to the 9th. Top of the 9th. It's a 10-7 lead for the Phillies. So leading off is Eric Davis. He's 2 for 4 with a homer. Ed Norton is still out there throwing strikes, so he's going to stay in there. Swings, fouls it, strike 1. Slurve in there, strike 2 at the knees. And that's a line drive the other way, base hit. Leadoff single for Davis. He's 3 for 5. Oh my goodness. Next up, Ahmed Rosario, 1 for 4 with a single. Strike 1. Deep drive. Racing back is the Winter Soldier. He will make the catch. Runner returns to first. Deep drive, but covered a lot of real estate out there. Bucky Barnes made the catch for the first out. Next up is Ted Williams. Ted Williams is going to face a left-handed hitter. Left-handed pitcher, pardon me. Paul Bettany or Vision. Let's warm up Paul Rudd just in case. Paul Bettany, we're going to put him in the game.
Your attention, please.
So Paul Bettany is 2-1 with a 3.53 earned run average, just over 35 innings pitched. High fastball, called a strike. Count is 0-1. Ted Williams has a homer today. He's 2 for 4. Seems like everyone has a homer today. And that's a shallow fly ball. It will dunk in there for a hit. There'll be runners at first and third by the time this ball finds the infield. So it's first and third and only one out. Splendid Splinter does what he does best. Tries to jam him and he muscles it out for a bloop base hit to center field. Late jump by Don Cheadle. Can't get there. And of course the speed by Eric Davis, who takes third. So next up is Willie Stargell. Willie is 1 for 4 with a solo homer in the fifth. Fastball in there, strike one. This has been a rough game for the pitching staff, boy. Line drive, foul ball. Count is 0-2. So we need a double play or a strikeout. Outlander says, let's go double play. I totally agree with you, Mr. Outlander. Pops him up in the infield. That'll be 2 outs. Spider-Man makes the catch, and the runners will stay. So 2 away here in the top of the ninth. It's a 10-7 lead. They don't want to give up any more runs. 3 runs is already a tough mountain to climb. Swing and a miss at the fastball, triple digits on the radar gun. Strike one. Chris Bryant this season is hitting just over 200. He's hitting 204 with runners in scoring position, so he's not comfortable with that runner at third base. But this may be foul. That was almost the third 3-run homer in this game. However, the count is now 0-2. Just gets a piece of the sinking fastball. Count remains 0-2. Jams him. Fouls it upstairs. Out in front, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Side retired. They strand 2. Last licks for the Hollywood Avengers. They need 3 runs to tie. We're going to do this. We are going to do this. Avengers avenge. Let's go. Leading off. Well, Aaron Bummer, who is the closer, steps on the mound for the Phillies. He's got 20 saves in 25 attempts. He's 0-2. We are going to break through. Leading off and hitting from the right side, Anthony Mackie, who's 0 for 4. Let's go. Cut fastball is outside, ball 1. We need base runners. It's a 3-run advantage, 3-run lead. We need base runners. Let's do this. Called a strike, high strike, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounds it past it's off the third baseman's glove. Chris Bryant, will they give him an error? I think they'll give him an error on that. I think they're going to give him, yes, it's an E5. That was out number 1. Let's watch the replay. Little gift from Chris Bryant at third off the heel of the glove. So we'll have a runner at first. They need 1 more runner to get on base for the tying run to get to the plate. Tom Holland is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. He needs patience. Sinking fastball is low, ball 1. High, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I need base runners. Taking it. Throw to first. He's back. I'm taking a 2-0 pitch. I'm not swinging. I will not do it. Low. 3 balls, no strikes. 3-0. I'm taking it. 1 more ball and the tying run comes to the plate. Robert Downey Jr. hit a 3-run homer in his last at-bat. He can do it again. I'm taking a pitch. Ball 4. And the tying run here in the bottom of the ninth comes to the plate in the form of Tony Stark. Tony hit a 3-run home run in his last at-bat, and he's in a position to possibly do it again. Left-handed hitter against the lefty, Aaron Bummer. And he pulls it, foul, strike 1. Tony Stark's hitting .351 with runners in scoring position this season, so he is comfortable with that runner at second. Sliders outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Avengers baseball. I am RC Robbin. The lead is 10-7 Philadelphia. 3-run lead here in the bottom of the ninth, but the tying run is here at the plate in the form of Robert Downey Jr. Chase is a high fastball, swing and a miss. Count is 1-2. Runners lead off first and second. Down and in, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don Cheadle leads off second. Tom Holland leads off first. And that's a line drive headed towards the center fielder, and it will dunk in there for a single. We're going to have the bases loaded because the runners had to hold. They weren't sure if Eric Davis, the center fielder, was going to make the catch. So the tying runs are on base. The go-ahead run is at the plate. The bases are now loaded with Avengers for the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, who leads the ball club with homers and RBIs. He has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 3. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth for the Hulk. Hulk smash. Fouls it off for strike 1. Outlander is calling for a walk-off grand slam home run. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. The count is 0-1 to Mark Ruffalo. Pitch is low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases loaded. Winning run at the plate. Swing and a miss. Chases the high cut fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wait for that pitch. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bases loaded. 10-7 Philly. Here comes the pitch from Bummer. Grounded to the plate. He is out at the plate. Out at first. It's a double play. So there are 2 outs here in the ninth, and the Avengers are down to their final out of the game. Runners will be at second and third. The tying run will still be at the plate in the form of Chris Evans. Chris Evans is 0 for 3. He's a switch hitter. He turns around and bats from the right side against the lefty. With 2 outs, he is the tying run. Outside, ball 1. Cut fastball, backdoors and count equal evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, 2-1. The first Avenger, he plays Steve Rogers in the MCU. Inside, they are down to their final strike. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch from the closer. Ground ball to the third baseman. Fields fires, and the side is retired. So they had a chance, but the side is retired, and the Phillies win 10-7. The winning pitcher is Jack Morris. He gets his 11th win of the season. The Avengers are now 70-41. This is a 4-game set against the Phillies. They're split 1 game apiece because the Avengers won the first game and they've lost the second game 10-7. So frustrating game, but unfortunately, Philly comes out with the win. Jack Morris gets the win. Scarlett Johansson gets the loss. Aaron Bummer gets the save, 21st save of the game. Gary Sanchez is the player of the game because he had 2 homers and 4 RBIs. 3-run homer and a solo shot. Hey, sucks to lose. What am I going to do? But that's Major League Baseball. If you play 162 games, as I plan to do in this created franchise in MLB The Show, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. The best teams in a season lose almost 60 times. So that's a lot of losses. So sometimes you lose. So unfortunately, the loss drops the Avengers into second place in the National League West, and they are now 1 game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're trying to find not just a wild card spot for the playoffs, but they're looking for, obviously, a division championship. We've got 2 months of baseball left. This is game 111 of a 162-game season. Thank you so much for watching. Big thank you to the Outlander who made comments, and anybody else who happened to show up in the background and watched. I genuinely appreciate you. Thank you. So the final here at Crosley Field, Philadelphia Phillies win 10-7. Thank you, Mr. Outlander. Have yourself a good night. My plan is to take a little bit of a break and then come back on with a different game, probably Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm not sure yet, but I definitely will be playing something else again tonight. And I absolutely look forward to seeing the Mr. Outlander stream where he is going to be doing a Halloween special. I'm looking forward to seeing your rendition of Jack Sparrow. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. I will see you again soon.